There we go.
Caught off guard, but it's all right. We're in, like sin.
What?
I don't know. But hey, what's going on, Joel? Got Joel in here. Joel is A1.
Yeah.
Wait, can you hear us now? Is that fixed?
Yeah, it's fixed.
Okay, yeah, cool. So yes, so we are here to talk about these new books that are on these lists for Key Collector. I mean, I keep saying Key Collector. Cover Price and CBSI, Comic Book Invest. So we are not affiliated. We're going to keep putting that out there. But we love their stuff. And it's honestly just us giving us our basically, we're giving our opinions on books that are new and fresh that we have not discussed before. And we just let you know, like, is it something we're stashing, something we're casting, something that we're passing? Do we think this has, long-term potential? Is it a short-term thing? And we'll just kind of go from there. I did get a haircut, yes. Joel said he said haircut, nice. I appreciate it. Had to finally make that happen. It was, this month would have been a full year.
Hey, want to get to my level?
Yeah, I don't know if the dread life is for me. But if anybody else believes that, comment below and let me know, and I'll
You'll just get dressed.
I'll get dressed.
Instant locks.
50 subscribers, and I'll get dreadlocks.
We already have 400.
50,000.
Okay.
But nah, all right.
I
So
don't believe you, but okay.
without further ado, we're just gonna get into it. We're gonna start off with the cover price list, which was very short.
Hey, do me a favor real quick.
Yeah.
Turn the microphone towards your mouth.
Doop.
Yeah, like that. There we go.
Got
Cool.
you. But yeah, so cover price list was fairly short, 3 books, because everything else was already stuff that we had previously discussed. If you want to know what our opinions are on those previous books, by all means, just go ahead and check out some of our old Stash Cash or Past videos if you're not familiar or aware of what is basically on that cover price list for this week. They dropped their list on Monday, so it's already old news by the time we even get to this point. So you guys can check that stuff out early. ComicBookInvest.com, on the other hand, they drop their stuff on Fridays, usually around noontime. So you can honestly actually check that stuff out as well before we even do this. So, but again, back to, cover price. You can go there and see all the other books that we did not end up discussing for tonight, and just make your own opinion, see what we are saying. And that's basically all we're doing here. We're just having fun discussing about these books, seeing what we specking on, what we're not specking on. That is it. Oh, we got Universe. Oh, what? Tan Confetti and Universe X at the same time?
Oh, what's a party?
It is a party.
He said, I'm here for now.
Regardless, we appreciate it. We really do. So we're going to go ahead and hop into this cover price list. So it's going to start off with Electric Black, number 1. Now, we did discuss Electric Black. I believe that was last week. If it wasn't, okay, so it was last week and not the week before. This was the regular cover. We had the regular cover going for about $80 in the 9.8. I said I liked it. I said I was down with it. I think I was stating that I was not going to chase the book, but I would definitely be, I'd probably stash it for some potential, like, long-term spec. And what else? It was also the fact that I liked the cover, and I think this goes back into this one. So I'm honestly going to keep the same rules applying to this book, this one as well, which happens to be a 1 in 10 ratio variant. And we know how these ratio games go. Like, they are the book to have. So right now it's going for $40 raw. I don't believe there's any graded copies sold from what I've seen. And yeah, that is me on that one.
I don't remember what I said, so I'm going to say cash.
Cash.
Right in the middle. Neutral like Switzerland.
How about everybody else in the comments right now? We got Joel, we got Tancon, and we got Universe X. Is it a stash, is it a cash, or is it a pass?
or is it a slash? Slash those prices.
Slash.
I don't know why I did that. Unnecessary. I apologize.
Like
for
Guns N'
everything that I've
Roses?
done. Yes. I don't.
Universe X says pass. TanCon says pass.
Joe says a $40 cash works for me.
All right, so I'm the only one solo on here. I'm riding this all alone. All right, I'll take it.
Yeah.
All right, so I forgot to get something for this one. So next book is Love is Love, 2016. This was actually supposed to be like a
The proceeds benefited the victims' families of the Pulse nightclub shooting in Orlando, Florida.
correct. So I don't know. For this one, I was like, I love to have those comic book pieces that kind of have like conversation value, you know, like it's got like an interesting story behind it. We've kind of shown that before. This is kind of how I came across, you know, the Black Boy Fly and then the Superman Bradman. I really like those pieces. I think those are really nice things to have in a collection. So for me, this is one that I am particularly interested in, but with the price that it's going for, we got a 9.8 at $250. And I honestly don't think that's too bad, but I would rather just see if I can find a raw copy and just have it like that. Not quite sure what the raws are going for at this point, but I'd stash it.
So, I guess, all right, so I've known about this comic book since it came out because Mark Andreyko, one of the creators that I follow a little bit through the movie Trivia Schmodown that I watch, he was one of the contributors for this book. And I thought it was more of a trade paperback than it was like an actual comic book. Maybe it's like a square bound, like larger book.
Got it. And so another thing to add on to this is that this is actually the reason why it's spiking because we had the Mystics 15 last week, correct? Mm-hmm. And Mystics 15 was the unofficial first appearance of Harry Potter in comic books, while this is actually a first official comic book appearance of Harry Potter. It's basically pinup, a Jim Lee pinup, so it's got that going for it. On top of that, there is also a variant to go along with it. I believe that this cover is going for more money than the variant, on the other hand. But let's go ahead and just check out eBay real quick just to see what we got in mind for prices, raw grade. So clearly news has gotten out. There's not a whole lot on eBay right now. We got 6 results right now. Most of them are sitting at $50 raw copy. There is one raw copy that person's asking for basically $300. Who knows? Maybe I'm not even gonna say they're not gonna get it. Anything can happen. I didn't think I was gonna get what I got for the Batman 608 at a 9.4. So these things can definitely happen out here. So see a little bit at $62.50. Got 4 watchers. Another one $50. Basically 6 watchers. One right here with the actual cover that we have on screen, and it is $22.95. It's got 11 watchers, so this book you can probably pick up for a decent price. And actually, matter of fact, some of these have best offers. So if this is a book that interests you, I think it's obtainable. If you want to, shop around a little.
So
Joel said, "Pass on the love."
Now I just have to look at what you're looking at because I'm like, were there single? I don't think there were single issues. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sure J.K. Simmons is super bad about this book. But
so there was not supposed to be one.
Yeah, so all right, so the original price was $10.
Mm-hmm.
So this is obviously more of all right. So yeah, it's over 100 pages. Introduction by Patty Jenkins, but just throwing it out there. I mean, like this is, I mean, obviously it's not like the place you go for it, but You could buy this book on Amazon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I swear, yeah, I think it was just a trade. Like I don't think it was anything else.
That's interesting. We might have to do a little bit more research on this book then.
Right. So like it would be a pass for me, but the only reason that it would be a pass for me is because it doesn't benefit the victims. Like the money that I'm spending doesn't go towards the victims of the Pulse nightclub shooting. It just goes to the person who
Resell,
bought it.
yeah.
The
Okay.
reseller.
That makes sense. And that's fair. I think that that would make the most sense to not necessarily, go for it.
But yeah, I'll
Maybe this is something that, you can come across on another hand.
you saw the photo, right?
Did I see the photo?
Yeah. Of what the Harry Potter in the book?
I did not.
Okay, hold on, let me pull it up right now. Do.
Tancon says stash if it's for the culture. Stash for the culture.
But yeah, so this is it. And then
Oh, okay.
so yeah.
Of course, it's Jim Lee art, so you knew it was going to be dope anyways.
Alright, so run over to your local Amazon and go ahead and grab it.
What's the price running? $5?
Nah, that's for used. You get it new for $10.
Word. So don't chase this book. That's all we can say. And maybe that's a good thing. Like, for anybody watching it, you're getting an exclusive. You're getting to know a little scoop that, this is. I mean, geez. People are out here asking 50 and up. So, not to go after that book for that price. So, Amazon, folks. Amazon.
And like, yeah, nah. I mean, I it's messed up to say, but like, I think in these situations that like that's tacky. Like, I feel like, yeah, don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's tacky. This was for support, not to pawn off. Same thing, like the same way I feel about Dora Bacher shoes.
Oh, yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
but then again, it's been, I don't know, but that's mostly how I feel. Is just don't do it.
I broke one of your rules.
Yeah, but I understood that. All right, what's next?
Well, we hold on.
But I was also still mad at you.
Do we still got a Universe X with us? Because Joel said pass, Tancon said stash for the culture, so I don't.
Madlib Records.
What?
Madlib Records.
But why?
I don't know.
Why Madlib Records? Doom Records, I mean. I guess I should have made that connection.
Oh yeah, exactly, yeah.
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 Okay, I don't know if I don't think Universe X is still with us right now, but if he is, he'll fill us in when later on.
Did he already say pass?
Did he?
Oh wait, no, never mind. That was the previous one. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But so yeah, next book we got Batman this year 96. But basically this is a concept art cover of Clown Hunter, and with that being, people are I honestly am not in agreement to it, but people are expecting that this may potentially be Red X, and honestly, I guess we just gotta wait and see. I don't necessarily know exactly what it is that they're hinting to in here, that they believe that this may potentially be Red X, but I also did not read this book, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and read Batman. It wasn't part of my focus, but I guess I might need to just go ahead and get hip out here because I want to be with all the cool kids, You
don't look nearly swole enough to be Red X.
That's what I was thinking as well, but I mean, I guess maybe it's determined based off of the timeline of when that is and when this is taking place, or is this all at the same motion?
Well, I mean, that was so it takes a little time. Oh, okay. Now I see why they say that. Yeah, no. So I definitely don't believe that. So they're looking at this photo of him, and he has the X on the mask. So that's why they're thinking it's Red X.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nah. It's a white X. He's white X.
Got it. So first off, let's go ahead and say what's up to Super Jessie. Thank you for joining us. And she says, it looks like Rufio from Hook. So
not wrong.
Yeah.
Not wrong
Rufio. Rufio. All right. X said, Universe X said pass on, I'm not sure if it's this. Is it this book or the last book? The Love is Love. And Joel says, I'm an idiot. I was going to buy a 9.8 last Friday night, and I was seriously contemplating buying for $104. He says next day was over $140. Oh dang.
Yo, Super Jesse said I actually have this one pass. Would you cash the one that you have, or are you just say you wouldn't get another one?
You do have the option to cash it.
Yeah, and then Universe X says pass to both, so
got it.
Makes sense. He obviously has a issue with yellow covers. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I actually like yellow covers.
No, you know I love yellow covers. This is a pass for me. Okay, I don't.
Oh no, okay. So you're gonna stash it, but you're not gonna, it's not like a necessity. So did you actually read this issue? Because if so, how did you enjoy it? Oh no, it's cool. She says sorry, new to the show. Okay. I do like the cover though.
Yeah, we can explain that. So yeah, stash, cash, or pass. It's simply, a kind of a device. Would you stash the book, which means keep it in your collection? Would you cash it, meaning if you have a copy, you just sell it and get rid of it? Sell while it's hot.
Yeah, exactly.
And pass would mean like you're not even chasing it. Like you're not looking for it. If it comes across, you might get it, but you're not genuinely interested in it.
Right.
So like, for instance, me with Star Wars, like I'm not gonna like chase any of those books. But if someone gifted me a Star Wars, I'd keep it or cash it.
Joel says I'm leaning towards Damian Wayne being Red X, but for cheap, I would have hedged on Clown Hunter.
So it's interesting because Damian is getting his own title, so I'm not sure. I don't think it's possible.
Maybe there's going to tie things in.
Yeah, but it could be a tie-in because, for instance, like the Flash was only 2 issues, so in Future State. So maybe it could be a miniseries. I haven't looked into that yet.
So Jesse said definitely stash it.
Cool. Wait, did you say what you were doing?
Dang, I don't think I did. You know what? Maybe. This happens to be like a new character. Sure, who knows? But I'd also want to like read it. So like I said, I'm gonna have to go back and try and read the issue and see what's going on in it and see what everybody's like really,
Yeah, somebody has a 9.8 at $255 right now. It's selling for $300.
Wow.
Yeah, hold on. Did you say? And you said $104?
$148.
Yeah, no, but he said he was contemplating buying it for $104.
Right, 104 instead, 140.
But now it's $300. Like,
oh my god,
that's what a 9.
See, this is why you gotta like be in the know. Like this market moves so fast, and sometimes I'm like, yo, is this because? Is this a good thing or is this a bad thing? Because I was actually thinking about it, and I believe it's one of the books that's on the list today where I'm just like, yo, these books have gotten so out of the hand that, books literally from like last year, the year before are already in like the thousands.
Right.
And it's just because spec is so heavy right now.
Mm-hmm.
So Tancon said, Slan said Star Wars, stash it.
We know
he definitely didn't.
So yeah, no, I'm looking. So that's Is that you that you were looking at? Buy it now, $104.80 on January 31st. Wow, a 9.8. The last one sold for.
He says last Friday.
Yeah.
Yikes.
And the last one sold for 200, and they're all up for 300 right now.
So this is what I'm going to say. Shout out to anybody that is actually selling it at this point, and then if it turns out to not be the case,
Yeah.
like, you don't want to be the one holding the bag. This is a GameStop situation at this point. But that is actually it for the cover price list. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the CBSI list. So Joel says there were 2 available at that time too.
Hey,
Was it from the same seller?
hate that it happens.
Because that would be crazy if the same seller had 2 books. 'Cause, I mean, yeah, that happens sometimes. Like, they have multiple copies, and you just buy it on that same page and determine how what your quantity wants that you want to have.
Yeah. All right.
So moving on to that CBSI. So we got Black Panther: The World of Wakanda #1. So currently going for $20, while the ratio is going for, or the 1-in-25 ratio is going for $100. And of course, this is because, they put out the news that they're going to be focusing on Wakanda for the TV series. What's up with that face, man?
Just, what was it? 2-3 weeks ago when Avengers the 62 with the first appearance of M'Baku was on there, because they announced that they were exploring the world of Wakanda.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, there's a World of Wakanda comic book.
Actually, you know what? So that's gonna run into another book that is on this list too. That we were talking about this.
These were books that were on my list to buy.
Exactly.
And now
It's gone.
it's a pass for the price.
Absolutely. I'm not going this is definitely stuff that we want in our collection, but yeah, we're not gonna move it on this price. There's there's nothing solid stating that this is worth it. It's just not. And on top of that, with it being so fresh right now, there is still that possibility you can probably go find this at a garage sale, a secondhand place, a flea market, probably in your LCS back issues. So while it's good, if you're looking for this book, tomorrow's probably the best time to go ahead and hunt that down.
Oh, the immortal Biggie Shaq. Hey, yo, what's going on?
What's up, man?
I definitely saw this recently, and I didn't get it. I think it was, when we were looking at it and I was talking about the World of Wakanda, I was like, let me just go ahead and see what the price is, and it was cheap. So, yeah, now I'm FOMOing like Joel with the Batman 96 right now. It's just like, I should have just bought it. So now I'm going to just impulse buy everything.
So we're pass on it because of the price, but if we find it on the low, we're adding it. So Joel said pass until I find it in the back issue bin.
Exactly. And I have the Black Panther and the Crew issue 2, but not issue 1.
And we were literally discussing issue 1 like October. It's like October or November, one of the two. But yeah,
it was because it was when it was it was the other team. What was the other team? The book that was on the list. Dang, I forgot.
The Monica Rambeau team.
Yeah,
I can't even remember. Yeah, I still got to go ahead and pick that up. Why that's not hot right now? Like,
right.
And it's already kind of got a little bit of people's eyes at this point. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that out. I have to go look at my eBay watch list. But okay, so we're on the pass right now for this one. Not quite sure where everybody else is at. I believe Joel was saying pass on this one as well, because he said pass until he finds it in the back issue bin. Yeah. So we're right on the same page as well. I
will not chase this book.
Hold on. So the immortal Biggie Shaq says, I couldn't believe it, but I got a Fighting 540 today. Wait, what's Fighting 540?
I'm not sure.
I'm not hip.
Oh, he's the first Peacekeeper. There we go.
Oh, okay. Ooh, nice. Universe X says, I picked up 3 copies of this. Oh, see, man, you always got like, if you guys don't know, Universe X got the, he literally has a factory that makes the books for him. So, at this point.
Like, you know what's wild? Is just like, you could probably, and if I do this, I'm not sharing it with anybody.
Yeah, John Cena. I'm definitely looking forward to that show when it comes out. I think it'll be good. I think John Cena definitely fits in that category of people like you didn't expect to hit that certain point in their acting career, you know, leaving wrestling. I didn't think The Rock was going to be as big as he is now. Did I believe in them? Absolutely. Because anybody can do it. If they put their mind to it.
You could live through anything if magic made it.
Exactly. Hold on. So... yeah, I had to, I got a lot of these books that I get them like at the right time. I picked that up. I think they were asking like almost $6,000 for it at the time. I picked it up right before Black Panther came out. So I was just like, yep, let me go ahead and make this move. Cause I was thinking, oh, I'm probably not going to get, even if I go and pick up a raw copy at a high grade, I'm probably not going to get the chance of, seeing Stan Lee, and I was actually correct because he had to actually cancel when we had already got tickets for Awesome Con that year that he was supposed to be at. So it's probably a very close book for me. Hey, no problem, man. So Universe X says that he's driving home.
Okay.
He's from the LC. Of course, you have the LCS, man. This every Friday.
I picked up 3 copies now.
I'm mad jealous.
Just now, I picked up 3 copies.
Yeah, it's the Ultimate Fallout 4 vid. Wait, here? Because if so, then yes. Yeah, 1 in 25. Wait. Joel says Kino has the comics on the wall that'll put kids through college. I wish.
Yeah, maybe a community college.
Maybe oh yeah, possibly. I don't know.
Yeah, now we could put a kid through community college with these. You're jealous. I'm jealous. Let me tell you this story about how Brandon didn't give me this information about this lot. Just like I said, I'm about to leak the Addy. You don't know our new address. You haven't been here.
Oh yeah, no, you haven't.
Yeah.
Hey. But he's got the old address. We're not that far away from it.
Hey, you didn't have to say that. But
I did.
What's next?
Hold on, but quick story about that one. So, long story short, Tomb of Dracula 10 that I ended up picking up, I had to choose between getting that book or this lot that had the Ultimate Fallout 4, and I ended up taking the Tomb of Dracula because that's like older book, hard to find in high grade at the time, and yeah, it was a whole lot. Ultimate Fallout 4, regular copy.
1 through 6.
Yeah, and it had the regular first print as well and all that. I can't remember what the price was. It was something like nice. It was like $300 or something.
Sold for $400.
Yeah, it's a loss that we'll never forget.
Who's we? It's a loss that I'll never forget. Brandon gets to sleep with that 8.0 Tomb of Dracula with confidence, with the ability to get it pressed and come back higher. And here's me, no Ultimate Fallout 4.
Look, guys, he had other opportunities, and he said, "I will not chase this book."
That's not wrong.
So all right, so we were pass on it. Is everybody else a pass on it as well? Or I think we got a little off track that I completely forget.
I think we can move on. They'll let us know.
Okay.
All
right. So
anyway.
Book that I was kind of trying to figure out whether or not we spoke about at any point in time. So the next book is Silver Surfer 3. I think we all know that this is a stash. I still got to go ahead and get my copy graded. So we got an 8.5 selling at like multiple prices at this point. So we got one at 2,000, one at 2,300, and then one at 2,700. And the spec is just real on this book at this point. Now, should you get this book? I feel like this should be in anybody's collection that likes Marvel. That's just my personal opinion. Why I went and got this book?
Speak for yourself.
I am. But
I'm saying, like, if you like Marvel but also have $1,000 to spare, then you should get this book.
Get this book. Chase this book.
Even if you don't have $1,000 to spare, you know what? No, it should be in your collection. Rob somebody. Kill somebody. Take it from them. You know. Just
Now, when I went and picked up this book, I immediately, once I had the idea that Disney was getting control of Fox and everything like that, my spec on it was, Ghost Rider. So I was trying to build all Ghost Rider connections. I went and bought a whole bunch of first appearances of other Ghost Riders. Like, if you guys go ahead and check us out on the Keynote_Comics Instagram, you guys can go ahead and see those books that I already have up on there that I've taken pictures of and stuff of the first appearances of the other Ghost Riders. I think that's a good way to see that this leaves a bigger opening for Disney to play around with. It's not just us being stuck with, Johnny Blaze or Robbie Reyes, which they've already introduced to us and everything like that. But, Mephisto goes hand in hand with that. And I think this kind of like, for me, seeing that, the spec on Mephisto, I'm thinking we should also be looking forward to Ghost Rider at some point.
All right. So just to be clear, Universe X said he just stashed. Like I said, I was correct pretty much. But he's like looking for the ratio. And then says, damn, this is a hot book, referring to Silver Surfer number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Joel says, I have number 3 in a 6.0, and I'm seriously considering cashing it.
Really?
At this time, I feel like it's 50-50. It might go up, so it might be hard to do.
But I also don't think it's going to go down, because he's going to come at some point. I'm pretty sure.
But Universe X said, this is the worst time to get it. Maybe wait till it idles, which is kind of true, too. And then Joel says, if they don't bring him in for WandaVision, there's a chance for him in Doctor Strange for the movie coming out. Exactly, yeah. And then Biggie Shaq says, I almost got a Surfer 3 for $150, but it had a huge spine tear and got an Iron Man 1 instead.
Hey, you didn't go wrong.
You couldn't go wrong.
I wouldn't even, good books regardless, yeah.
But so
I picked mine up for I saw it for $125 or something like that.
Yeah, and if you do the offers that were blowing up Brandon's phone during this time.
Yeah, I got an offer for my copy for $900, and I was like, let me just go ahead and take this down, because I hadn't even been really paying attention to stuff, and I didn't even know I was getting things until I went on because sometimes I don't necessarily get the notification, but then after I realized and going on the desktop seeing that I got it, then I start getting the notifications on the phone. I'm just like,
Joe said, for the sake of the show, I'll continue to stash, but also said those square bound books are definitely tough. They are.
Yeah, and especially this one, because you get the color rubs and everything on the cover, and it really shows with all that orange. But my whole idea was to flip the book so I could try and get a higher grade, and then I wasn't thinking this was gonna end up happening. I was speccing it, but I was like, we're not getting any Ghost Rider news or anything like that, and boom, WandaVision, dead in the water at this point.
Yeah, Universe X says, so if he doesn't come for WandaVision, which I don't think he is, then it'll idle. Not gonna go down, but won't go up until news of Doctor Strange.
We'll
which
see.
I feel like is true, but at the same time, that's real fine line, because we don't know if WandaVision immediately sets up Multiverse of Madness, then you have no wiggle room, because that's news of Doctor Strange.
Right.
So it's like, what do I do?
And so I don't know if everybody saw the newest episode, but there is I can see why there can still be this lane of, oh, maybe he is coming, because like we've had all the other like, you know, subliminals and stuff like that, you know, thrown at us, but there's something specifically stated in this newest episode where you kind of have to question, like, do you believe her or is she lying, type of thing, and we just don't know, so we gotta just keep watching to wait and see what happens.
So I don't know if you see, Biggie Shaq said it's almost bigger than Surfer #1 at this point.
That's fair. And then, which is not too crazy to me, only because this is a first full appearance versus the one. But we know once Silver Surfer hits the screen, that's probably going to change. We're going to probably see a change in the ratio on that, because for people that can't get their hands on, you know, first appearance of Silver Surfer, that is the go-to book, you know, for him. And
then Joel says, my LCS is getting a couple of SS3s from a collection they're picking up this weekend. He thinks they're all higher than a 7.0, so out of my price range. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
This is where you got, at least you got them. Yeah, if you got it, you got it.
You hear news and then boom. But hey, if you maybe go see if there's one that's to your liking, and maybe, you know, bring in that
6.0 and be like, yeah, can I trade, you know, and make a swap, you know, little cash, a little book, and
if you're willing to take that risk,
yeah, that is a very yeah,
exactly. Universe said make payments on it, work a trade, do anything.
Joe says he's flying to Arkansas and dropping 55,000. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
And driving it back. Oh, so he's probably gonna rent a truck.
Supposedly a full long box of Star Wars #1. My goodness.
Well, be sure to let us know what you get. I guess we're gonna see it when you post it on Instagram.
Good googly.
Okay, so we don't linger on this book too much longer. So we're gonna go ahead and move into this next book, which is Thor 459. This is because people think that well, just because Chris Hemsworth has been shown up on set as wearing, I guess how you say it, I don't want to say costume, wardrobe. Wardrobe is the word that I want to use. Where basically he kind of resembles, like he's got the similar wardrobe as Thunderstrike. So my thing is, this book currently at this point is at a 9.8, has sold for $89. My thing is, for this, if you're gonna spec on Thunderstrike, you might as well just go for the first appearance of the character that later on becomes that. You got that book up or available? That was the Mongoose cover.
And that's not on the list?
It's not on the list, but I had it as a connection for this one though. That's my bad. I probably should have put it in the notes.
No, that's cool. I'll just pull it up right now. This book is gonna change.
So guys, wait for that cover real quick.
There it is.
Yeah, there you go. So that is dang, I can't even remember his name. Eric.
Oh,
Eric
you're saying the name.
Something.
Clapton.
Definitely not Eric Clapton. Hold on, let me search, because I actually have this book and I don't know if it's out here. I have this book somewhere, but I picked that up at like a flea market for like $1 or something like that. So
you and your flea markets.
Yeah, man, I wish we had a really good one here. Like, everybody else is like an outside thing, and clearly nobody's doing that at this point.
This is a pass for me.
It would be a pass for me as well. Okay, Eric Matterson. So Eric Matterson later becomes Thunderstrike. After that, his son later becomes the next Thunderstrike is after that. But I just don't see why this is a thing, just because if a person that we already know to be a certain character, unless they're trying to say this is a multiverse connection, that's really the only way that I could see playing this. So you got to be really careful on this one at this point.
Okay, so we got a few comments. Universe X in reference to Joel says, "Man, he's buying entire LCSs."
Yeah, that
Joel
price
says 100,
55,000, man.
107 long boxes. Universe X says, "Yeah, drop the ball." Um, and then Joel says, in reference to this book, "I bet I can find those store books at my honey hole tomorrow for about $5." And Universe X says that it's Eric Masterson.
So, yeah. What I'm going to say is it's a key. So I'm not so off of like not wanting in my collection, because I definitely need to start adding more Thor books to my my collection. I don't have a lot of them.
What I learned is that I have 0 Thor books. I have not a one Thor book. We were doing the 31 days challenges, and I was like, I am good for all of these days until the last 4 days, where it was just like, hey,
Thor's
you have
Day?
nothing.
Is it Thor's Day?
Yeah.
I think I might have like 5 or 6 Thor books,
Not
maybe,
one.
and they're none of them are major keys. Like that first appearance of Eric Madison is not a major key yet, like, but it is a key regardless. So I've picked them up. But yeah, honestly, this is new. This is fresh. Shop for it before you try and buy it on the secondary market. I'll just put it like that. So check your back issue bins, your flea markets. I'm gonna keep saying these flea markets, guys. If you're in Rhode Island, check out I think it's Big Tent Flea Market. You can definitely find some really good stuff there. I believe it's John. John is the guy that runs the section there. But there's also some other spots that also have, like, it's a flea market, so people be having random stuff. But his stuff is primarily dedicated to. He's got a section for comics and everything. Find some pretty good deals there. Big Top Flea Market. That's what it's called. Big Top. I said Big Tent.
Maybe it's in a Big Tent.
Well, they have their logo is like a circus tent, so kind of make that connection. Tent and then Big Top goes, yeah. But yeah. Universe X says my biggest Thor is the first appearance of him, which I've been wanting to get. I was supposed to get that like 2 years ago, and then I was like, I couldn't find it, and I couldn't, like, every time I kept checking on eBay, I couldn't find one that fit like the grade that I wanted it at, because like I'm all for those hard to get books in high grade for black covers for these older books. So I was wanting to get one of those, and like they just weren't up. Maybe they're up now. I need to go check, but it's kind of hard for me to even make that decision now, because I'm trying to get this Amazing Spider-Man 129 signature series book. So it might have to wait. I probably shouldn't wait too much longer though.
Just like I shouldn't wait too much longer to order this food. So I'm just Qdoba real quick.
But all right, so we're a pass. All right, you said you're a pass.
Yeah.
I'm a pass at this price. I'm gonna shop around. I'll look for it. Everybody else in the chat, we still got Jesse and CanCon and Big Shaq or Biggie Shaq. Hold on. Ooh. Universe X says I wanted a 7.0 or an 8.0, but it went up, so I settled with a 6.5. Do you already have that posted? Because I'm going to have to check that out. I need to see what a 6.5 looks like, because it's nice that you already have it graded, though. Universe X says I'll find it in the back issue bin. Biggie Shaq says I want that one. Wait, this one that's on the screen or the first appearance of him? I think you're probably more than likely referring to the first appearance of him. Joel says cash. I think that's fair. I mean, especially if you have it in high grade. I don't necessarily know what raw grades are going for right now, but yeah, they had that 9.8 sell at $89.
You said it's posted. Universe X said, yeah, it's posted.
Oh, okay, bet. I'll definitely go and check that out. Okay, so Biggie Shaq says on the screen, so he says he wants this book. I mean, I think the cover's pretty cool. So, I mean, you have that, you have Key, you have dope cover. And then
If this was on a shirt, I'd buy it,
right, so
which is wild. 'Cause it's probably the cost of a book. So stash. I've changed my mind.
stash it is.
All right, what's next?
Hold on. So Biggie Shaq says first him good too, and then he says I've been digging for that Thor. Okay. Hey, if you find it, let us know. I'm gonna have to look. I gotta really get back out there. I haven't done any hunting. Let's make this a weekend thing.
I haven't been hunting. I've been purchasing.
Yeah, like I am getting the allure of being a part of the community and the enjoyment of collecting is slightly taken away when you're just purchasing online. There is some challenge and skill to it. So there is that excitement there still when you're like bidding in an auction and everything, but it's not nearly as for me. Like I think Slam can tell you, like I will spend all day digging through back issue bins if I have the ability to. Like I legit went to our LCS back to back.
2 days in a row.
2 days in a row from the time that they open to the time that they close. So I have a pretty good knowledge of like a lot of like, so when books pop up and they spike, I'll be like, yo, I've seen that. And I'll know exactly where to go ahead and find it. Now, I haven't been there in a while, so maybe there's like probably books missing and everything, but
Life would be so much better if we drove.
yeah.
And there wasn't a global pandemic going on right now.
Oh, so Biggie Shaq says it's still a little undervalued, he thinks. So, yeah. I mean, because Multiverse of Madness, I think at this point we can just say, like, yo, if it's the first appearance of a character and people are specking, why not? So moving on to this next book, we got Black Panther and the Crew #1. Me and Slam were talking about this back in like October and November. I literally have had this on my watch list. Not this particular cover, because this is the 1-in-25 ratio variant, but I didn't even know existed. I probably should have even checked in that when I had the regular cover up. But yeah, this book is, of course, going for spec'd on because of the same thing, due to the whole Wakanda TV series news. Now, this is a first appearance, though, and this is actually the first appearance of... Or was that the last book?
I don't think Black Panther and the Crew has any first appearances in it.
Okay, my bad. So that was the World of Wakanda. So the World of Wakanda was the first appearance of Mistress Zula, which I forgot to mention. But regardless, I think with both of these covers, like if you're specking on them, of course, you know, because this was not necessarily a book people were really keeping an eye on, we don't really know or have an idea of exactly what the ratio is as far as high grades with these black covers. So something to keep an eye on, something to consider. Of course, shop around, see what you can find. I really don't think you're gonna find these ratios though, and just chilling in the back issue bin though. Because also another thing to keep in mind is there might not have necessarily been a whole lot of shops taking this book in at that level to get the ratio. Because one of the things that I've realized is that people read, there's definitely people out here reading Black Panther, but I don't think it's at the same level as a lot of these other ones. So I don't necessarily see like that. Well, I think maybe now it's probably changed with the whole intergalactic Wakanda thing. Like I think more people started picking up on that. Now this was a CODIS series that he worked on and everything, so it does have like some value on that as well. But yeah, we'll see. I would stash. I like the cover. I think it's cool, but I'm not gonna chase it for the prices that it's currently going for, which is, let's see. So we got $75. Yeah, so $75, but got to see exactly how many hit the secondary market at this point, and because of the fact that it might potentially be scarce.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any. I see another variant, but I don't see this one. It's interesting.
Joe says he's got a spot where I can spend the whole day. He says it's south of me, and he says I can. He says I can't come pick you up and take you home. I mean, yo, DM me and let me know what the location is, or what shop it is, and I will definitely try to make it a thing to go there. Cause like so far, like my biggest places when it comes to like back issues has primarily been that one time when we went to Third Eye, then Beyond Comics, which has been like my childhood store. Of course, this was when they were just strictly in the
Mall.
The mall in Gaithersburg, Maryland, but now they got a location near Gaithersburg, Maryland, or near the mall at Lake Forest or whatever, but it's a smaller spot, and they took all the big back issues and everything and primarily put it into the spot in Frederick. So rarely out there because Frederick's a little far. But I'm pass on this book regarding the price, but I would stash it if I had it.
Yeah, I'm torn. Like I really like this cover. How much did you say it was going for?
75.
$75. Ooh, yeah, nah.
Joe said I just went to Beyond in Gaithersburg a couple weeks ago. He says it's fairly small. Yeah, so they've definitely had a lot of changes. So when I was, this has to be like early 2000s, like back when I first moved to Maryland. They had a little small spot in the mall. It was like on the bottom level, and then they upgraded and went to this bigger spot, which was pretty much right above where the smaller spot was. And it used to be like a jewelry store, and so they expanded there. And I was always excited because I was like, yo, now they got like more space. They got more books that are available for you to look through versus it being in the back. And then after that, they moved to they created this the new small spot, which is over by that beer and wine place or whatever. And then they put the second part in with all like the majority of the big books and stuff like that in Frederick. And that Frederick one is actually the one that I went to when I had the money to go ahead and buy a Fantasy 15 and a Spider-Man #1 at the same time. I didn't do it. I think if anything, that's going to be the biggest like memory of a loss that I've ever taken is on that one. But yeah, I think they had a raw copies. They were both there. Guy at the shop let me look at it. I had the money in my pocket because I think for both of them, they're probably going for like about 2,000 something at the time for both copies together. And I had it, and I just didn't do it. I was like, no, it's time to go to college, make better decisions.
Look at you now.
So Joel says pass on Black Panther.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on it because I can't find it, and I'm not gonna I will not chase this book.
All right, so I'm a pass as well. Like my main thing for this book is pass, but I think if you had it, stash it.
Yo, if
Joel says pass.
If my man has the artwork available, for sale, I'll buy that. Like, I'll buy the cover.
You can always hunt. Hey, that could be your first original art piece, or comic book art piece. I feel like we've lost Tancon.
Yeah, probably. He said he's there for now, remember?
But he didn't even say goodbye.
Yeah, because he hates us.
Did we lose Jesse as well?
Possibly.
We are rambling a little bit. We're not getting to it, so.
No, you are rambling.
I am. I'm sorry, guys. All right, so moving on from Black Panther and the crew. So we got one we already know is the pass for Slan. So he's got a Star Wars High Republic #2. This is the Ashley Witter 1 in 25 variant. So it's currently going for $60. I already told Slan earlier this is a pass for me. I love the color, the cover, and everything, but for $60, it's not for me. Just saying. Maybe if it shows down, or maybe I can pick it up for something a little bit cheaper, maybe about 40. I'll be cool. I think 40 be like my max on it, because it's a 1 in 25 ratio, and it just hopped up because like, oh nah, go ahead and tell your story, by the way.
Yeah, hold on, let me verify this real quick. But yeah, no. So I was looking at the new releases for the week on Midtown, and this cover is $100. It's still $100. I'm looking at it right now. So,
and everybody's just basically doing their thing. I think that's his prime example that everybody's just doing their thing at this point with these books because, like you just said, Midtown's got it for 100. You see, we're mentioning that 60 is basically where it's sitting at right now, and then
new listing for $45.
Oh yeah, buy it now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Joel's gonna tell me to a live purchase.
Live purchase?
Oh, say Joel says I currently have this listed for $60. Hopefully, it will be cashed in the next day. It's possible.
Cash it.
So there is several first appearances in this book. So, what I ended up finding out is that it's actually the first appearance, the first appearance of the two twins that are actually on the variant for the first issue. So you can kind of see them right between, or on the sides of the main character. So their first appearance in general, because like they're not featured in this first issue, but their first appearance is going to be in this second book here.
Absolutely not. That's their first appearance because they're on the cover.
Yeah, based off of the way the market's out here going with it, that is their first appearance.
That's how it works. It's a pass for me. No, it's a cash for me because I have it.
But yeah, it's the first appearance of them. It's the first appearance of Nihil. I don't know if we're saying if it's Nihil or Nile.
It's a Star Wars character. Their names are made up.
All right.
Except Solo and Luke
and Leia.
Yeah. Nah, Leia's made up. Name one person named Leia.
A child of some people that we went to school with.
Yeah, probably.
Nah, I'm dead serious.
Why do you keep losing you?
But yeah, so if I had it, I would definitely stash it. I messed with this cover pretty hard. I think it's a tough one. It's got the first, appearances in it, but like I'm a shop around guy. So for right now, if it's $60 is the asking price, I'm gonna have to pass on it.
It's $45. Still passing?
Joel says no. I'll give it to you for $45. Give me some time.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I don't even know why I was gonna wait for your answer. Like I literally tricked myself on this one.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
I've said my answer like 6 times already.
But all right,
Joe says maybe we could do a trade too.
Okay. All right. I'll have to look around. You gotta let me know what you got in mind.
All right.
All right. Cool. He said I'll DM you.
What's next?
So up next is Amazing Spider-Man number. Oh, okay, got you. So it's Amazing Spider-Man 55. So this is the second print, 1 in 50 ratio variant. Currently going for $80 to $90 right now. I like this cover because I also like the black and white one. I don't really care so much about the red one. I think that's probably like my least favorite. But yes, I'm gonna sit here and tell you, no, this is a pass.
I hate all of these covers that aren't the white on black. Like, I hate this cover. I hate the red one. I hate all of them.
Well, I mean, I think
The Virgin.
this one looks like it's more of a sketch than it is the web, and then the other one looks like it's more of the web than a sketch. So I feel like, you know,
bringing this into the world that I live in right now. Like, if this would have dropped first, like how we dropped the serial killer, it would have been like, all right, I'll get this. But then you drop the black version, and they're like, oh, this is a million times better. I want this.
Okay, I get you.
That's how I feel. Like, you drop this one after you drop the inverted serial killer.
So
and I'm
it's not so much of you saying like this isn't cool. It's just like it's just not as cool because now
it's like not remotely cool to me now that I know that the first one exists. If this,
but I'm saying.
So
if the first one,
I guess you're right. Yeah.
Okay.
But like, I hate it now.
Joel says hard. Joel says it's a hard pass. He says the white version is the one I least like. He said,
"Yeah,
did you see the third print blue one? What?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so I'm gonna sit here and explain. Yeah, he says the third print blue one is available. I did not know that, so you just put me on to this at this point. One of the main reasons why I didn't like this one so much is because they made it a 1 in 50 variant for a second print, and I felt that was a stretch. Now, of course, we know people are going to eat it up. There's going to be it's a market. There's going to be someone that's down to buy it, but it's definitely not for me. Yeah, it's a no. I feel like I want to be like Randy Jackson there right now. This is a no for me, dog.
Like, yeah, no, like, I was so excited about the first one. I was like, man, I'd get it in a low grade. Like, I'd mess it up. I'd beat it up. I'd put it on the wall, even if it's messed up. Like, it just has that vibe to me. Like, nah, this doesn't do it for me.
And the thing is,
because, like, the importance is the webbing, and webbing is white. Like, don't give this to me.
But on top of that, I think another thing that I'm really not liking about this is because it's taking away from the original. Like, the original should be what it is and then go on to be like a classic cover,
right?
But now you're milking it for everything, and you know why? Like, it's just becoming downplayed at this point.
Yeah, I'll say this: the first cover was not incredible because of the artwork. While I like the concept behind it, the first cover was striking because of the contrast, because you can see the webbing and it's like so distinct. And every other version of that has taken away from that original like thought and idea.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure even if this was like the original sketch and he was like, I'm going to draw it like this and then I'm going to invert the colors and it's going to be cool. Like, that's a dope way to create the artwork, but the intention was still for it to be a white webbing on a black background, and that's why I like it. Like, honestly, if it was even if it was a white webbing on a red background, that would be more appealing to me than the red webbing on the black background, or the blue webbing on the black background, or the black webbing on the white background.
I can understand that. I feel you on that.
Keep the webbing white.
At this point, don't give them any more ideas.
Yeah, like,
they're gonna keep doing it. They're gonna be like, oh, he said white. He said red background, white webbing.
Yeah, let's do it.
1 in 100th variant for the fourth print. That's coming. Just watch. Hold on. So Joel said. Joel said they're gonna do the whole rainbow.
Yeah. And then the last print is going to be the rainbow.
He said, I did grab the second print version from the artist's website. Oh, I didn't even know they were doing that.
Yeah, no, they did. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me grab this real quick.
So yeah, we'll see. Keep an eye on it, see where it goes. But yeah, this is definitely not for me. I'm more on if I see it, cool. You know, it'd be kind of like what those other the Spider-Man with the hologram covers and everything like that. You kind of just get like all the different covers and collect them. But like, I'm not that sold on it with this price. So that is, yeah, nah. So we go ahead and move on to this next book. So we got 3 more books at this point. So the next book is Thunderstrike #1. Of course, it's going to be connected to the same reason why we just talked about the Thor book earlier. And there, to my knowledge, there is nothing key to it other than it being Thunderstrike #1. I quite frankly hate this cover because I was never a fan of this style of comic book art in the 90s. And if there was anything that screamed 90s, it's this book. And so, yeah, this is a pass for me. But it's going for $20 at this point. If you got it, cash it. I mean, unless you find out something else. But, like, I don't even think even if there's something major on it, I just feel like for me personally, this cover is enough for me to not even care.
Yeah, no, this is gross. I echo all of your sentiments. It's tacky and I hate it, in the words of the character from School of Rock.
So Joel says the cover is terrible. He said, "What is up with this?" Oh yeah, exactly. No, I was thinking the same thing. He says, "What is up with this hammer?" He says, "Is it 3 sides?" I'll pass. All right, I think that one's short lived. So we're not gonna. I think even though we don't necessarily have everybody else with us commenting at this point, I'm gonna speak for everybody and say this is a pass.
Yeah.
So next book is The Encoded #1. This is basically only going off of the fact that it is a variant. Dope cover. Price is what, $25 right now. Not bad. It is a #1, I believe. So yeah, so it is a #1.
Yo, man, you
What?
destroyed. I just realized that I did not get to ask, is it a Star War for High Republic #2? What is... I apologize. Let you all down.
We did. But yeah, so I could see stashing this. I don't necessarily know the story, but the cover looks like the story would be fairly interesting and creative. So
Yeah, I think I have a Devil's Pie comic, but I don't know what it is. But yeah, no. How much is this going for?
$25. So I don't think that's terrible.
Yeah, no, that's not bad.
If you like the cover enough, I think $25 cool with it being a variant, and it's probably not. I mean, who knows what this print run is on it? So it's probably something low. Why not? And then who knows? Maybe it's a really good story.
I mean, if that's... It's Devil's Due. I said Devil's Pie.
So Joel says these never really pan out. $25 is probably too high, or is probably the high point on this. So he says cash. So I'm gonna take your word for it. I still like the cover enough that I would stash it at 25. Of course, I would want to see if I can get it a little bit lower than 25. I think anytime we have these lists come out and they're like, yeah, this is the price it's going for, my first initial thing in my head is like, yeah, shop around, because you never know.
I like the cover A.
I'm not hip to it.
I'm gonna show you. Let me get it on here. Oh my gosh, so many pop-ups. I'm sorry, there's just so many pop-ups that just popped up.
Uh-oh. Virus attack.
Never that. Let's do this. All right, window capture. Boom. This is the cover A.
Coming to you live. Oh, that is cool. Why does that remind me of like some band's logo or cover art? Yeah, no, the cover A. I honestly like this one more than the variant.
Yeah.
And I like the variant.
Yeah. So I feel like I'd buy this over buying the...
Yeah, this is hard. I would want this on a shirt.
Yeah. So I'm going to cash the variant and buy the cover A.
Why not? I'm gonna have to look into this. I got things to do this weekend apparently. Um, so yeah, that is it for that book. What we said. What'd you say?
I said
You gonna cash the
cash
cover?
the variant and buy the cover A.
Mm.
Joel said cash.
I'm gonna be stash on both if I had it.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm gonna shop around. I'm not even gonna say full pass right now because, we'll see what happens with this book. And that leaves us with our last book right now. So this is one that has a very interesting story where I think I would want to read it. It's for those people that like those horror style books. But this is Maniac of New York. This is the 1 in 15 ratio variant, currently going for $25. Story is basically, well, at this point, I when I was on CBSI, what they had in the little note area is that they're like, seeing this character get onto a subway with a jacket like that and those pants, and you're not already have a cause for concern at this point. So basically this guy gets on a subway train and just starts killing people, and these two women have to kind of basically fight for their lives. And yeah.
So just from the Hollywood Reporter, this is on Aftershocks page. They say a slasher movie style unstoppable killer is marauding through New York City, and since nobody knows how to solve the problem, everybody in power has given up and decides to just live with New Yorkers occasionally being hacked to death by an axe-wielding maniac. The series will look at how life changes and doesn't change in the city from different angles, starting in our first arc with a story about an idealistic mayoral aide, a jaded police officer, and a very bad day for commuters on the subway. So yeah, that's probably what the first book. And it's Aftershock, and man, it's both a stash and a pass for me, because like if it was going for just the sticker price, then I'd probably buy it now that I've read this description.
Right.
But
I think for me 25 is a little steep. But
yeah.
I mean, I think we're talking about 25 off of the fact that it's a ratio, but like I more want to read this than I am like I want this cover.
Yeah.
But I
So this is probably going to end up just being another add to my like list for books to read.
Patrick
early.
Esquire says thumbs up. Eber and Roper, do we get 2 thumbs up?
I guess not. I don't deserve it.
Oh wait, it's not. The book's not showing up. Did I not send you the cover on there?
Dang. I was sitting here looking at the other books. My bad.
I thought I was
guys. So you know what? The funny thing is how you were talking about saying if you see somebody with this jacket and these pants hop onto a train, and I'm like, I wonder if those are just plaid pants or if they're actual pajama pants like I'm wearing right now, because I find it even more hilarious if they're just pajama pants.
Yeah.
Because that would mean that like the person is so like mundanely like it's just like, oh man, this is not even fun for me anymore. That he just strolls out of the house with his pajama pants on to go kill, and that's for some reason that entertains me a little bit more.
Now you see, yeah, you gotta sit here and read this and figure out like what time is he doing this? Is this random times? Is it every morning? This is how he starts his morning. Maybe that's why. Maybe these are pajama pants. I have a lot of questions at this point.
Yeah, I'm interested. You got my attention, Aftershock. But if I don't end up getting the first copy, then I'll probably get the trade.
Yeah, but I do like the cover though. I don't know, but like once again, this is not enough for me to want to do 25 on it. I probably the ratio cool at the 15, maybe a little bit more around 10 is where you could really stick me at. And I'm going to say pass on the price for it, but if I had it and I picked it up at either ratio or under ratio, I'd keep it around and stash it.
And then you know what? I said that, this is wild and ends up being like something is killing the children. And I'm like, oh man, I should have got this at $25 when I had the chance.
Yeah, I can see that being a thing too. So Joel says, were you the model for this cover? Because of the pants.
Nah, mine are red.
But that's actually going to be it. That is the last book that we got to discuss about. I don't think there's really any comic book news for us to really speak on. No. I think the Wakanda thing was really the biggest thing. I think another exception might be oh
damn, plot twist. You know what? Maybe this is worth it. I'll share my screen again.
What's that?
Hold up. See, we're doing this wrong. We should actually be specking on this book, because if you notice, you might not notice from this photo, but if you look at this other variant, you'll see this is Red X.
That cover is fire though.
Yeah. This is obviously Red X, so
definitely not Red X. Put some respect on his name.
It looks a lot like Red X is all I'm saying. Is there a Red X on a skull helmet?
Joel just said he pre-ordered issue 2, and he says pure spec. Hey, it sounds like it'll be good. I think this is something that will hook on. Like, once again, just like you said, if this turns out to be something that's killing the children, that is possible. I'm definitely gonna try and read up on it on over this weekend, probably in the morning tomorrow. So that's probably how I'm gonna start my day. A nice little horror story in the morning. But yeah, the only thing other than the Wakanda situation is that Willem Dafoe is supposedly on set for Spider-Man 3, so we'll see what happens with that. If that happens, I guess it's not far-fetched, so especially if we are like, oh, Toby, and then we're like Doc Ock and everything like that, so it'll be nice.
All of the villains who died.
Oh, yeah, right?
No Michael Keaton, though. These are only dead villains.
And that's the thing. I've been wondering, like, maybe we don't get a Michael Keaton because they're somehow gonna be connected with Morbius.
Yeah, it's possible.
Just so much. But yeah, I guess that's it. We're not gonna hold this up too much longer. Definitely appreciate everybody for coming out and hanging out with us this evening. And we are currently at 412 subscribers, so I guess maybe we can go ahead and do a little subscriber shout out for, I guess, the people that are showing up that we can see, which means 412. We're not really that much further from 500, so we got that $500. I'm about to say $500. 500 subscriber giveaway. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe if we get like to 2,000 or something like that, we can do a $500 giveaway. Straight like cash app you.
Cash? Oh my gosh!
Straight cash app you $500.
Brandon is a monster and must be stopped. Yeah. Other than that, I'm just gonna shamelessly plug. If you're watching this and you got this far, be sure to go to funclothing.com and grab a serial killer t-shirt or hoodie. They're available right now. Funclothing.com. That's with a PHUN, funclothing.com.
Formerly worn by Donald Glover.
Yeah, Donald Glover wore my shirt. Childish Gambino.
Yeah.
And tan confetti.
Apparently.
and B-Man.
Is he still with us?
Probably not.
Okay. This guy. What kind of manners are those to not say goodbye? But all right, so we got Trevor Russell. So that is a new subscriber, so thank you, Trevor. I'm scrolling.
Keep scrolling. And we got 2 new subscribers that did not present themselves, but no, it was after the show last week. We don't know who you are, but thank you for subscribing.
Then we have 50x Ben, so thank you as well. Rizzers Comics. Or I said Risers Comics.
Welcome. If you're watching this, welcome. If you're not watching this, welcome still. Thanks for subscribing.
I feel like I did say this last week, so maybe I said this last week. I can't remember now. So it might have been it, because I just
probably it.
The next book was, or the next book, the next subscriber was the comic book G Spot, and I definitely recall like being like, "What is going on there?" But yeah, so so thank you guys, definitely appreciate it. Be on the lookout. You know, we are slowly approaching that 500. If you guys are catching,
emphasis on slowly.
It is what it is. Regardless, I definitely appreciate it. It is awesome that we are even making it to this point. You know, if you happen to catch us in the replay, I guess, let us know what you liked, what books you're specking on here that you think are worthy of your collection, and yeah, I guess that's really it. Feel free to follow us on Instagram, Keynote_comics, and then that's Keynote_slan. Like I said, I post these books at times where like might find on a hunt. So necessarily, whatever I find on a hunt, we haven't really been doing videos for it, like where we do the unboxings. You know, when we order books and they come in and we're like, yeah, we got this. So there might be some stuff on here that you guys might want to check out on there and be like, oh, this might be spec worthy to look into ahead of the curve. Because like I said, I had that Eric Matterson first appearance already posted on there. I've got a whole list of a good amount of books for Ghost Rider that I'm like, yo, these are probably things that people should probably be looking into. One of them happens to be a variant that is not currently on the Key Collector app, that doesn't show up. The issue does, but the variant does not. And I talked to Nick about that, and Nick was like, yeah, he kind of bases it off of sales. So what it's frequently selling, and like people it's really exchanging hands at this point. And so really it's not that variant, which is not even a crazy amount of them either if you go and check into it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Keep us locked in. We will definitely see you guys next Friday. Hopefully there's no technical issues. I don't want to jinx this. We're going to knock on wood. All right. And be on the lookout for any new content. I got my hair cut. Okay. So at this point, I have no excuse not to do this Black Boy Fly video. And I know people are definitely looking forward to this along the way.
I have books.
Yeah, books?
Unbox.
Oh, he has. Yeah, he got some new books in to unbox. I don't even know if I really even should do an unboxing for it. I ordered a book on Midtown, but I'd actually already pre-ordered it, which was the Gwynnm versus Carnage issue. I love this cover. This cover helped me discover a new favorite artist at this point. I'm probably gonna have this artist basically this is my plan to probably have this artist do a cover art for my project, my music project. So that's how much I like it. And then I'll just go ahead and add, it is a slight spoiler, but not really. Go ahead and still read this issue. There's very some interesting stuff, but there is no confirmation that this is Carnage Queen. This is still just MJ is Carnage. It's going to remain that way until further notice in the issues. I am definitely hoping that they do make that happen and maybe create some kind of dynamic with MJ and Gwen, so they can have like a similar Carnage in Venom relationship. I'm definitely lingering on at this point, but yeah, we're wrapping it up. Thank you for watching. Keep us locked in. We'll see you next time. Peace.